That's something I was checking back. I was listening to a couple of times. It's just weird, It was just funny.
I wanted to give that one a listen. Yeah, I haven't.
I should let it go the whole time, but I remember at one point it was just like I don't even know. I was just like, when do I turn it off? Am I supposed to turn it off? Should I turn it off? I don't know. And I remember we were talking about some crazy shit, like to a point where we're alluding to being killed, and I was just like, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm talking about some crazy shit right now. We might get killed.
I don't even really remember.
I don't remember
all the convos.
Yeah,
I just remember some of the convos and shit. So I wanted to really re-listen to it, but I just haven't got a chance to.
That's why I wish I kept it like all 5 hours or some shit of it. I was just like, that would be crazy just to go back and listen to.
Well, I mean, I'm ready to do that again because that was crazy. I feel like I owe you. I was thinking about it the other day. I feel like I owe you a trip.
A trip?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
So next time, well, we're live, but I got you basically.
Okay,
I'm gonna get you one.
Okay,
because I feel like I owe you just a trip, and I want to see what does it have you say. I want you to bounce some ideas off of me this time.
I got you.
I was thinking, I mean, I feel like it was a great convo, but I was like, man, I kept feeling like I was like looking back on, I'm like, man, I hogged the convo from Steve.
I know you're going off, man.
I just had crazy feelings, bro. I had crazy feelings, but I was like, man, I hogged the convo. I'm like, I'm gonna do it again. I just want to hear what Steve has to say about things.
Because I get caught up in like, man, I feel like I don't know, I can't really never lie. I don't know, man. I just be going. It's just like you see me while I start talking, it's like I would like lose it. I'll be like, "Fuck!" And I was on to something, but then I lost it. Immediately. It was just like, "God damn it!" So I got to keep with my shit because I'd be going.
It's so
going crazy.
It's so funny to see that sparkle in someone's eye, though. Like and you're just like, everybody would just sit down, I'd be talking, you're like, oh, it's just like it would spark something in your mind. And next thing you know, it's like the look on your face. It's like I've got something to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to do that. When we go the cabin, camping or whatever shit. I'm definitely trying to check that out. Just like we also gotta do another cast, man. That'd be cool. And yeah, I think that this time we'll just be like, just keep it running until we can't. Just keep it going the whole time. Just let it go 6 hours. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hours, yeah, but I was just like, however you felt about it. But I just love the ending of that. Like every time I say, I just at the end of it. That's the only part I ever went back and looked at was that part. Was just like you're just like I forget exactly how the comment was going, but I was something about like you love the person next to you or something. You're just like, but you never know the person next to you because for something, I think it was like for food or something. You're just like, I would do the unimaginable.
Yeah,
I'm just like the unimaginable. Like for some reason that word just blew my mind because I felt like at that point I was at my most imaginable I'd ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about like how much of a blow that insult would be if you'd called me that. I was like, think about what he would be saying to you. That what he's talking about can't even be fathomed in my mind. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's unimaginable.
Exactly.
It's like, what? I can imagine it. Like that's how I felt. It's like it's imaginable to me. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But it's just so funny how like how you really like you look so sincere.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I would legit do the unimaginable, which is true about all humans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I remember we were talking about first you gotta agree that I'm not gonna kill you. It's like because I can kill you, but you gotta agree that I'm not gonna kill you. It's like first we gotta get past that. First we gotta get past the fact that I'm not gonna kill you. And I want you as my neighbor.
That's the best part. Because you don't know your neighbor's going to kill you or not.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like, it was, I don't remember all of it too, but like the important ones stick out, man. Just like off grid, growing your own food, surviving, evil system. I get it. It's
and as I said, I don't remember. It's
so
crazy because it's like, it's not even really the thoughts. It's just it's like emotion talking, is how I really felt about it, man. It was like when I was talking to you at that one point, I think at that point we had one off, but when I was talking to him, I'm just like, where's this shit coming from even right now? I'm just like, I can't even, I'm trying to think in my head, like who, because usually what you say is something that someone told you before.
Right.
That's usually how you learn things. So you remember, like, even if it wasn't someone you remember how you got that info.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, that was my 7th grade teacher, or that was that YouTube video, and like, I was like sitting there and I'm thinking, like, as I'm talking to you, I'm just like, I don't even know, where this info is coming right now as I'm spilling it. Like, it's not even a thought, it's just like all heart to me. I felt very, just like I was just talking so emotionally, basically. It's all emotion fuel in the combo.
I was just like, that's the thing, like, with me, like, I have a problem when I'm on that shit where, like, things are very literal to me. It's like, they're just very literal. It's like, it's like, he said that. Why would he say that part? It's like, he's like, does he want me to come with him? Like, what? I don't understand what he's like. It's just like, just like you be saying, like, I'll just be sitting there thinking of it so literally. Is like, we're talking about like killing and dying and shit. It's like, something they'll kill me for. So I'm just like, yeah, they will. Yeah, Charles Manson, they'll kill his ass. I'm like, of course not. Like, when you're, of course now I'm like, it's like, yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah,
like,
just super exactly. Emotional. It's like
that's why the phone kept scaring me, because I'm just like, I was so on edge.
Right.
I was like sitting there, I'm just like, murk us. And it was like,
they're tapping us.
Hello. It's like,
tapping us.
Exactly, man. Just like crazy shit. It's like, whenever you see the meme with like the FBI texting you, like you do some shit, like you do some like weird life hack, and the FBI is like, yo, chill out. Like the FBI would text you like, chill out. You see that, right? Yeah. It was like, that's when they call you like, yo, shut up, guys, stop talking. It's like, right. Shit.
Stop it, or I'll kill your family or something like that.
Exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, they never even say that. It's like it always be some dumb shit. It's like, you guys need to chill. And it's
right.
It's like,
you're right.
It's a dumb ass shit like that. Of course, they're better ones, but I mean, they say some shit like that. I mean, like every time, man, just like, it's like, whether it be like me on my own, or like, talking to you, or just like, it's always just like perspective shifting every time. And I feel like I always come out of it with more than I went in with. You know what I'm saying? Every time it was like, it's just like, man, it's wild.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's speaking for you. It's just it's just, I don't know what it is. It's not serotonin. Like, it's not like an MDMA. It's not like you want to get up and jump around. You know what I mean? It's like it's just like emotion. Like, I don't know how to say it other than like, it's like,
when I think about it, because
your ego's kind of dropped.
What they were originally going for was a truth serum.
Right. I said that at one point, right?
Yeah,
it's like a truth serum.
I remember, like, I was thinking about it, especially when we were talking, it's like, it's like, well, they did a pretty good job, it's just, I feel like this thing will get a lot of people to open up about shit, or just, what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it could be, just like, you just feel so much more comfortable, and you're able to, like I said, like, well, like you say, drop that ego and put that aside, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just a wild, mind-altering thing.
For me, it was like, I didn't feel like I was like overthinking what I wanted to say. Where it's like, maybe it was like, it's like usually you have these things you want to say, and then you filter it through your mind of like all the things Like, oh, I can't say it this way. You can't say it this way. And you end up saying it a certain type of way.
Shit,
when you're on that shit, it's like,
hell no.
You just say it. You just say it how you're going to say it. And that's why that's what I'm saying. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong at times too, but it's like, you're just seeing it from such an emotional standpoint of like trying to be so empathetic towards something.
It'll probably be something that, like, you say for the first time. You're just like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
When I said that, I'm just really thinking about it, what I said. Damn. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's just like, man. It just comes out, it just comes out like
amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there are times where, like, just like I get in my own head, definitely. I get in my own head, I'm just be like, just like kind of sit there, just like, or like I said, you'll say something, and I'll think about, I'll focus on a particular thing, like the death part, or like, just like anything in particular. I'll just be sitting there, just be like, oh, analyzing it, just like, dude, just like brain on a different type of weird level, wavelength type shit.
Yeah, that's like the funnest part to me, is just like watching what someone else has to say after you say some shit like that. It's just and I was just like, I call that shit evil, Steve.
Yeah,
I was like, all that shit's evil. You're just like, evil. I'm just like, evil. Like, I'm watching you like feed off of what I gave you, and then like seeing how you react to it. I was like, it's evil, bro. Yeah. It's all evil. Like, evil. Like, the word is like, it's like one of them spooky words when you're on
especially for me, man. You know, I'm just you see it. I've been focusing on shit like that. Just be like, oh.
Yeah.
And I remember like it didn't really click until you're like, you know, Steve. Every time we do something I don't want to do, that's just it's evil. I was like, okay, yeah. Now again, I didn't feel as bad at that moment, but in the beginning, it's like evil.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like it's just from a point of passion. You know, it's like I'm also fired up about my own things that I dislike in my life. You know, it's like you're speaking. You're just like, even though that's what I hate how people are always like, well, you know, do you do it? And it's like, just because I don't go out there and stand in front of trees in the Amazon so that, you know, people can't cut them down doesn't mean I don't want them cut down. You know,
exactly.
And it's like you can't always put that on people. Like, can't I still have good ambition in life
exactly,
and
man.
not necessarily be doing it? You know,
and a lot of times it's about the perspective on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas before, like, let's say, like, you're even ignorant to the cause of the Amazon being torn apart, and then, like, you learn, then you learn something. You're just like, wow, you know, it's like we shouldn't be fucking with the Amazon. And someone's like, are you protesting it? And you're just like, come on, dog. Like,
right.
I can write this perspective on my own. You know?
God forbid if I try to talk about something. Am I an expert? No. I'm not an expert, but I try to inform myself and make their logical decision.
Can I pass them on? Yeah, you know.
I know some facts. Got some facts.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing, you know. I mean,
some
like
stats.
I don't know, man. The whole weird. I don't know. It's like it's just like the polarization of like morality. You know, it's like I don't know, man. It's just like the way like people take things with like, you know, they label like the social justice warrior type thing. You know, it's just like, well, I mean, like these are all things. Like, I mean, like I feel like a lot of social justice causes are like, well, I mean, it's something that we think is inherently fucked up about what we're doing. So like, well, you just want people to keep taking it, you know, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that like we believe is fucked up. Like, it's what we're, you know, it's like what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you like America so much. This is what we're here for.
One of the ones that bother me is like when people treat like intelligence, you know, like people treat like intelligence like it's like a card in their deck, and they just play it like when it benefits them. You know, like when I learn something new, I'm always like, when I see something, like if I can't send it to you or something, I'm always like, oh man, I can't wait to tell Steve, you know, I learned this, you know, or I'm going to tell Chas about this farming shit, you know, I'm going to tell Kay about this little fact I learned or some shit. You know, like I can't wait to spread that info, like to tell someone else some crazy shit I learned, you know, so that they know some crazy shit. Like, isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's how I look at it. And then I see some people who got info, bro, and it's like, they hold it. They don't want to share it. They just hold it in. And then like when it's time for them to use it to benefit them, you know, like then it's time. Like you know, you're with your boy at a party and like all of a sudden you hear him talk about some shit that you never even knew he knew. And it was like, he's just talking about it because you're in front of some girls or something. And it's like, oh, now you know you're an expert on cars. Yeah. You know, you've never taught me one thing about cars, bro. I don't know nothing about cars. You know, just for an example off the top of my head. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it, man.
Like another example is like people that like, you know, there's some people that be playing a game. They have a specific game they play that's real fun. They introduce it to you. And like they don't really want to teach you how to play. They hold back some of the info.
Just want to beat you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or they want you to be better than them.
Exactly. They want you to be good, but they don't want you to know everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like I'll be like, oh, like you're finding it out, and you're like, oh, you didn't tell me that. It's like, oh yeah, this. You know, it's for me. I know like you should know your friend first of all. So like if I'm teaching you a game, you know, say like what's a game I've like the zombie game. I mean, a little corny zombie game. I'm just like, you teach them the basics first.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? That's what you do. And then you work them in. You're like, yeah, we buy shit right here. You skill up right here. This is what it does. We need to. And then you teach them the plan on how to go deep, you know? Like, then you let them become a better player through that. But you don't hold back info on them.
Exactly, man.
You know, key things.
You try it. Always try and just like, you know, pass it on, you know, for what I know. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, but it's like, yeah, you know, I feel you. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I'm just like, you know, it's just like, I'm just start bringing up like random things on, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, the way I look at it, right, is like, say me and you hoop together every day, right?
Okay,
like you're my number one hooping partner, right? Yeah. Like, why would I want to be better than you? And if I was right, I want you to be better than me,
Yeah,
or I want us to be at the same skill level.
Exactly.
Because if not, then I'm the one winning the matchup. You know what I mean? You want to be pushed every single day.
Well, it's not hard.
So,
it's easy.
Well, it's just point of like, what am I going to learn? Just practicing moves on you. I need someone that's going to push me. You know, that's going to actually make it hard. If I do good on this person, I'm going to definitely do good on someone of lower competition. You know?
Yeah.
And so if you're holding back, like you learn. So if I learn something new in basketball, if I learned, oh, you're supposed to hold your hand right here, I'm going to teach that to you because I want you to get a better shot to make me a better defensive player. Yeah, like all over. That's how my mind works. So when I see that in people, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to surpass you. I know I'm going to surpass you because I'm going to push other people to push me. You know, I'm going to teach other people to be better. You know, same thing like when you're playing a live game of 5-on-5. You know, if you see something, you know, a guy's not doing something right, you know, you're just like, you know, for sure, not your personal opinion. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, something fundamentally is wrong.
Exactly. Because whenever you're arguing a fundamental, they're like, oh, you should never go to your left hand there. Like, all right, whatever. That's your opinion. Okay. But like, if you know, you see a guy and it's like, he's looking down at the ball when he dribbles, bro, you got to keep your head up. You know what I mean? Like, that's just little things like that. That's how you get better, bro. Someone has to tell you.
You got to call out screens.
Someone has to
call
tell
screens,
you,
man.
Dude,
left,
you
right.
Don't know.
Left, right, clear. You're good, you know?
And people just like, you want to make fun of that person that doesn't know and shit instead of like informing them.
Yeah, I get you saying. Yeah, 100%, man. That's a ridiculous thing. You know, it's like, we got here as humans because we shared information. That was one thing we were able to do. We're a teaching species. You know what I'm saying? We're able to do that and pass knowledge on to people. That's one of our strengths.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We develop a language.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of our fucking strengths of why we've gotten to this point, you know, because other people can be taught, whether it be like, let's say, like, I mean, the first person I, like, you know, learned complex math, he was just like, yeah, show everybody this because this is groundbreaking. You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't keep it to himself. It's like, you know, waiting for like someone to ask him about gravity. No, he just put it out there. He's like, look, man, I solved gravity. You know what I'm saying? I got this equation. You know?
One of the best examples of that is that guy who invented polio. Just gave it away for free, bro.
No, the vaccine.
The vaccine, the cure.
Yeah.
Well, the cure for polio. He gave that away for free. He did not sell that for $1 on that patent, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Could make money.
Could have made plenty of money.
Could have made plenty of money.
Plenty of multimillionaire.
Yeah.
You know, just did it.
I mean, that's the one thing that they talk about. I think it comes up year after year with Henrietta Lacks. And like, it's like a woman who's like, you know, cells in particular, like they were able to like, you know, I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, like they were able to draw something from her particular cells and were able to create a cure for a particular disease using her cells. And it's something that, like, you know, they went on to like, you know, pretty much, you know, continue to like use and like make money off of, but like the family of you know, the Lacks family has not seen a single dime of this shit, you know. Yeah, isn't that weird? You know, isn't that weird?
That is weird. Like, I mean, did she give her body to science?
I don't think it was something like when she had that disease back in the day, like, you know, like they were using her, like they were studying her, and they were able to find those particular things, and then she eventually died to that disease before they were able to like create the cure. But I mean, like from my understanding, I think at the time you didn't have shit like that. You know, it was like back in like this.
So maybe 50s. You shouldn't be. That's probably what you should do, bro. You shouldn't be. Say if you're sick, you know, you shouldn't be a organ donor, and you shouldn't give your body to science. And if you know you're gonna die, let's say you got a bad heart, you just die at home. Your family puts you right on ice and sells your organs. Is that legal?
I don't think so.
Why?
I'm not sure. You know,
what if I want to sell my dad's body to science now that he's dead? I got him on ice, and now I want to sell it to science. I'm not donating nothing. You want a body to work on?
I think someone, I think you know, some people could technically buy that, but I mean, like, I think
why are we just giving these bodies away for free?
I don't think you can sell like black market organs. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's
free meat for 6 months.
There's no real market for organs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a black.
The hell
market.
There is
a legal
market. There's a real market for organs also. There's a legal open market for organs.
Yeah.
The one we're currently in, bro. I mean, that's a legal open market for organs, dude. It doesn't go in cycle of the next person on the list is the first person at the top. It doesn't go like
Yeah, that's not
that.
technically legal. You know what I'm saying?
It is legal, bro. That's how
To
it goes.
buy that shit?
That's how fucking Rockefeller gets 6 heart transplants.
I mean, you can just outright buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like through a black market because you just have that much money. You know, you could illegally do that. I don't think it's legal to buy shit like that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying these people, what I'm saying is, right, an organ donation, the way you would imagine it goes, right, is the next person who needs it, you put on a list. So you need a liver. Okay, well, you're number 31. And then after 30 people, you're number 1.
Right.
That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's not chronological order like that.
Okay.
It's different people can fit in different spots. You can get like doctors. Of course, I'm not in a medical profession, right? But you can have your doctor say basically you're more healthy than you are, that you're sustainable for something. Like if I had to guess, that's what was going on with Rockefeller. You know, like he probably had a doctor or multiple doctors he was paying to say this man's healthy enough for a new heart. So he doesn't go into the lower list where they were like, if a 60-year-old needs a heart and 21-year-old goes a heart, I believe they give the 21-year-old the heart. You get what I'm saying? But he kept having people basically saying that he was healthy enough for a new heart. So it's like there's ways that you can manipulate the system.
Yeah, I got
you know what I mean? So it's like it is an open market. Because if not, it should just be next man up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't go like that.
Yeah,
That's why John Q is so awesome, bro. One of the best movies of all time, man.
Yeah, it was on Netflix now. I gotta watch it. I think it's on Hulu or Netflix.
Dude, you got to watch that. If you want to cry,
yeah, got
that's
you,
the movie, dog.
Yeah, got you. I like movies like that.
Yeah.
I don't make you cry, but I mean, like I think movies that can invoke emotion like that are really good. You know what I'm saying?
That movie's amazing.
When you're able to,
of course, it's not the time that I first watched it,
like,
which
you
is
get
10 years ago.
Emotionally tied into this story.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
But his son needs a heart, bro, and he's low on the list. You know what I mean? On that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what would you? Is that like your top movie?
That's one of my top movies for sure, bro.
Yeah,
that's a top 10 movie for me.
Yeah, I'll watch it then, man. I'm
yeah.
about to check it out. I'll watch it tonight. But that
it's really bothering me now.
I was like,
yeah, check it out, bro.
I killed a mosquito earlier, bro.
That's
what things are satisfying to kill is a mosquito. You thought you were gonna get me. You thought you was finna bite me, bro. My bad.
Yeah, it's so weird having to kill things, though. Regardless, it is just really weird.
You're coming at me, bro. You're trying to suck my blood, especially mosquitoes. You know what I'm saying? Like disease carriers. You know, it's like.
But it's like with mice in your home. Like, you have to kill them, you know? Like, I guess you could say you don't have to kill them. People say, like, free them out back.
I mean,
what are you really doing, though?
I don't want to play trapper in my home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, like, I don't understand. Like, you just want me to set up snares around here or, like, you know, like little.
Well, like, people say, like, you get them on a glue trap, then you use oil to release them. But where are they going to go?
Dude,
where are they going to go?
So it happened. I did that one time, and I put it outside. It was cold as shit outside. Put it outside. I did the oil stuff. Left it out there. It froze to death. I was like, all right, damn. I tried.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, you tried.
I tried.
But, like, it's like people sit there and go off on you and, like, tell you that you can't trap them and shit like that. And it's like, I don't know what you expect me to do. Yeah. I don't want to have to kill it. But I'm also trying to find a place to live.
Yeah.
Is this the best place to live? Am I overdoing it? Should I be on their territory? All those arguments can be made, but I have no choice right now. I need to live here. And it's literally unhealthy for you to be here.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but it can't happen, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel, man. I feel 100%.
Like, it's crazy that all these animals can have just multiple babies at a time, multiple times a year, and we're over here once a year. We can have a baby.
That's the thing. I feel like it's like I don't want to bring population to this, but I mean, like, there's population makes an argument for itself to be like, killed everyone.
Yeah,
and we're the natural predator for that particular thing in this environment, so that's just a natural thing. I'm sorry. Circle of life. There's plenty of them. They're okay.
I was thinking that maybe they need to release more cats. Just like whatever cats are down, bark.
I actually found out something recently was that you brought it up. Wild cats like that, stray cats are like responsible for extinction of like 80% of the domestic bird species of America.
Yeah, but those cats already exist. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you've got cats sitting down in shelters down in barks, maybe you should just release them on the streets, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The stray cats are responsible for that, the cats that we brought here, the domesticated cats.
are responsible for the bird killings.
Are responsible for 80% of the domestic bird species here.
Do you got a stat for me on how many rats they kill?
No, I don't.
Because I bet them that would be my argument, you know?
Well, no one's gonna track that because it's never enough.
Dude, it's all but we need more cats out there. What about if we just had like
you would
10?
eliminate all birds then, huh?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out here, bro. I'm not worried about like I'm worried about eventually there's gonna be too many rats, Steve. There's gonna be too many rats, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too unhealthy to live in cities.
I think it's already relatively unhealthy.
It's very unhealthy, but it's gonna get to the point where it's just you cannot live here no more. It's gonna be too much rat shit. Too many rats and too much rat shit.
I want to think about that. So do we replace that with cat shit? You know, it's like that's not unhealthy. That's just as unhealthy. All these damn cats.
We have to do big ass litter boxes. We've got to figure something out.
Not a sandbox.
We've got to figure something out. It can be.
No, you don't.
We got to figure something out about the rats, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do though. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's not an answer.
You know what the fucked up thing is? You know, it's like the city environment is the perfect environment for the rat.
It's horrible.
It's the perfect environment.
It's horrible.
You know? And then, you know, especially with New York, you have an extensive underground system where humans don't pretty much live. And it's just like,
You're absolutely right.
They live in the sewers, bro. That's another thing. They live in the sewers. All that shit, man. It's like, it's literally the perfect environment. Like, these things thrive in this environment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what solution could ever counteract that environment unless, like, we just get better at cleaner living as we continue to, like, you know, evolve as a human species. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure if that solution currently exists.
Do you know what benefit rats play to our ecosystem?
I mean, no, I mean, other than being like bottom feeders, but like we create too much trash for that.
Okay, then.
Disease carriers, about it.
Let's take a piece of that fat ass military budget. Can we take 10 bill from that military budget and just put it towards how can we kill the most rats? I don't even want to be the guy to say that. I don't even like saying that. I don't want to have to kill anything, bro. And I'm sorry for all rat and mice lovers, but it's too many of them.
Do we give kids, like younger kids, BB guns in the city?
No, I want us to be smarter. Like, I was thinking about that at first, right? But then it's like, let's get someone smarter. Like, can we, like, what about if we invented a watch, right? With you know, they have like the hearing things.
Okay.
Like, there's way we can affect them with like echo sounds. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
like, that's one way to attack them. Yeah, so let's invest in that. Let's invest billions of that with our greatest echo frequency minds and try to figure out maybe a watch or a plug-in device, just like they gave away the trash cans, which was a horrible idea. Let's put that towards like a plug-in device or an outside device that you can post up that just puts out an echo frequency, you know, and have multiple of them on a block and try to figure out something.
It's funny that like these two the topics came together with the trash cans. They're supposed to be rat proof, but the rats were able to chew right through them.
Yeah. Dude, all the
anyway,
time.
I mean, that sounds cool. Like, the one thing I worry about is just like you have this crazy frequency playing, you know, just like, is that good in a city environment? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're not. You wouldn't hear it, bro. It's like a dog whistle. When you plug those mice,
everyone with them.
When you plug those mice things into the water and shit, you don't hear nothing. They hear.
Well, you gotta output like the watches and stuff. Like, that just seems.
Give it away. Post then. Make it a fucking light post. I don't know. Make it work. You got 10 bill. You got 20 bill. Make it work.
All the cities, bro. That's not enough money.
30 bill. 50 bill. What's it take? Whatever it takes. Let's get this done. We got a little less military this year. Get over it. We have no rats. At least figure out a way to limit them, bro. I mean, I know you like bashing all my ideas. I'm trying to come up here, and then you said you had no idea.
I don't think they exist for the rats yet, bro. I really don't think it exists, man.
That's why I'm saying put this money towards it, bro. Who's putting billions of dollars into figuring out how to kill rats? America ain't doing that. Let's figure it out. Put some bills on here. Let's get 100 scientists working. Echo frequency was just one way.
Do we do some like genetic modification to where like we release this breed of female rats that over time continue to produce sterile offspring.
Now you're thinking, Steve.
They do that with the mosquitoes.
Right.
They're outputting that female mosquito
Right.
that would give off sterile offspring.
Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking, Steven.
That could be an idea.
That's an idea.
It doesn't quite exist yet.
But that's a damn good idea.
Know? I think we're talking about, let's say 10 years of R&D, to figure that out. Because I mean,
for how many, Bill? 10
how many
years?
Bill a year?
10 years for how many, Bill, do I got to give you to get it done in 10 years?
That might be a couple billion. I don't know.
20 bill good?
I don't know what the price is for
let's just say
R&D.
Let's just say 20 years, right? I mean, let's say 5 years. So you said 10 years. 10 years, 20 bill, right? Okay, well, here's 40. Get it done in 5. You know what I mean? Like, what's it going to take? Let's get it done. It just amazes me if you just took 100 bill. You could just tackle one big solution a year in America. If you just took 100 bill off the military budget and just attack one big solution.
Bro, I mean, like, that's what I don't understand is, like everyone's just like, yeah, it's the richest country ever. It's like, why are these bridges crumbling? We're so rich. Why is this bitch gonna collapse?
Like, and why is what I'm saying insane? Like, why would that be insane for us to knock it down by 50 billion one year? Like, why is that crazy?
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's that, you know what I mean? There is example after example of the military being caught overspending.
It seems like
indulging.
Because China seems to get done more with a mere quarter of our budget.
Yeah. Bro, you remember when I don't know if you remember, but the jet flyers were buying all the $1,100 coffee cups?
Yeah.
On military budget, bro?
Yeah.
To keep their coffee warm? Like, listen, that's something that might get approved or something if you want to try and pass it, but they didn't do it with passing, bro. And then think about this. There's so much shit that, like, I don't know nothing, guys, but I know some shit, okay? And there's a lot of shit that people don't know. And one thing is, like, I think people don't even understand what a no-bid contract is. And so it's like
a blank check?
It's a blank fucking check, bro, for people to spend as much as they want. So if you give a blank check to a company during a war where they're supplying things and making profit off of those things, what doesn't incentivize them to order more and more and more?
Yeah,
than ever you could ever need.
Yep. That's the one thing I was looking at when, like, when the whole thing came up with, like, George Floyd and all those protests and the militarization of the police and whatnot. I found out, there was there was a bill that they passed nationwide to help underfunded police departments, and to help give them better equipment. Was that the excess gear from the army and military would be then repurposed for civilian use, which is why you see officers in full body armor and those fucking big ass armored vehicles. Like those vehicles are explosive ordnance vehicles.
I know that's an argument right now, but don't you want to say that that's a good idea, Steve? Like, don't that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Like, I know people say that they don't want them having those weapons, but, like, if you're talking about you're gonna donate them,
you know what sparked that? People don't know what sparked that. It was that crazy ass bank robbery in LA where the people robbed that bank with full body armor and AR fully automatic assault rifles.
Did they get away?
Yeah. Because you know what?
They only had pistols. Right. I do remember that.
And only chest armor and not enough.
That's crazy.
So that's what sparked that bill, was for them to get that equipment. And
that does prove the point, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That if anything was a false flag ever, was it that right there?
Ah, there you go. Think outside the box.
But either way, right? Let's just say, let's not even go conspiratorial. You see that that does prove a point, though, right?
Bring everything in question.
If you're a cop, you're like, I need at least what they have.
Yeah.
You can't give me less than what they have and expect me to stop them. Like,
exactly.
You would understand that from any standpoint, I would think.
I think the one thing, affecting police departments is just, better training. Maybe paying more. That's there should be some reform needed.
But if anybody wants to read a nice little light book to really learn about the military, War is a Racket. It's by a general. I always forget his name. I try and teach you him. I always forget it. Something like that.
Let's Google it real quick.
I don't have every single. War's a racket.
Yeah, we'll just get it out there real quick.
I don't have every single number precisely, but it's a very easy book to read. It's only about 50, 60 pages. And it just teaches you a lot of numbers and how numbers work in the military.
Let's see. Smedley Butler.
Smedley Butler, okay, yeah. Smedley L. Butler or something like that.
United States Marine Corps Major General Smedley Butler.
So now, this is a man that was very decorated. I believe he's like a 6-time medal winner or some shit.
2-time Medal of Honor.
2-time, okay. So I believe he has 6 medals though. Maybe it's 2 medals.
But 2 medals of honor,
right?
Highest I could.
So this is a very decorated man, and he eventually became frowned upon in a lot of military because he spoke out basically of like how war is a racket. He's seen it from literally the inside standpoint of what it is. He breaks down some great numbers of World War II, bro, about how people were basically given no bid contracts, which is before a no bid contract, but it's no bid contract. They go into those wars, basically, they rushed into them out of nowhere, basically. You know, the war ended up coming. So they told these companies, which is why it's still attached to a lot of companies. A lot of these big companies come from World War I and World War II. They were not that big, bro, but they got money to make certain things. So I forget exactly which companies are tied to what, but like one shoe company is tied to the boots that are made for the military. And he goes over like all the numbers of everything that was ordered, bro. And it's just astounding of like, it's not like you messed up. You ordered a few too many, bro. Like you clearly abused the system. And one thing that he shows is for boots. He shows for boots. I forget the company's name, but it's a famous company that made these boots. There was like, I forget the numbers exactly, basically, but there's like 14 million troops, basically, let's say at the time of World War II. So this company is supposed to produce these boots. They produced something like, I don't know, it was like 1.4 million troops, and they produced like 18 million pairs of boots. And like the math comes out to something crazy, bro, of like, he was like, for these boots to have been used in war by the soldiers, each soldier would have had to go through like 113 pairs of boots, you know, in this war, basically. Like they were so massively over ordered, bro. And it was like the same thing with the backpacks, the helmets, the canteens, like millions of over. It's like there was hundreds for each soldier, bro. And they kept making them just because they were just making profit, dude. Just so much money. And a lot of places actually shifted their focus during wartime. So like when those shoe companies started making military boots, they didn't even focus on making their shoes at the time. They stopped making their shoes. They just made military boots because it was way more profitable.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? That was the same thing with a lot of places that could shift it over to making metals because they needed metals for bullets and shit.
You make it a little more expensive because it's for the military, straight up. You know?
No bid, bro. And then you privatize war, basically. And you allow these defense contracts over in the Middle East to just stir the pot even farther. You were our Taliban, then you brought over an Al-Qaeda, and you added that onto their Taliban and Al-Qaeda. You created such a fucking circle fuck there, you know? I like how Josh Thomas says, everybody stepping on their own dicks, you know? Like, that's what that is. You already got so many different tribes, so many different fights, and then you hire these outside people who aren't even military and give them no bid contracts on defense contracts. So then how do they keep that contract, USA? They have to show results. What are results? Dead fucking bodies.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you can prove you're doing a good job. What are you going to say? No one died here today. Well, then we don't need you. You got to say we killed 30 people last week.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you making $1 million a month.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. Like you said, you know, it's a big circle jerk off, you know, big, you know, fuck fest over there.
It's sick, bro.
And I mean, like, you know, like you get American companies in on it, you know, you get like Boeing in on it. You know, where they're making like, you know, the airline, the airplanes and shit, and they're providing the travel and all that stuff for it. You give them, you know, blank checks. You got Northrop Grumman, and then you have all these people who then are allowed to make major campaign donations to particular, Congress people to help, pass people through. They can now fund PACs, super PACs, political action committees to then, lobby on their behalf. It's just crazy,
Sick.
man.
I don't even know, right? I only know certain shit. I imagine people inside of it could even give you a better example, like Smudley did, basically. I bet you modern people would give you a better example than that. But let's just go over like the new, what is it, the F-18, F-15, right? Is the new one,
I thought it was
right?
the
Was it 41? I forget.
F-32 or something.
Something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
F-13,
The
maybe.
new fighter jet.
The newest fighter jet that they keep having problems with.
Yeah.
Well, that thing, for it to fly, well, you lit it up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hold up. Let's get the right number on here. Let's just get some proper math done here.
F-35.
F-35. So now look up, how much does it cost for an F-35 to fly? I looked this up one time. I just want to get the right number because I don't think mine's correct. I can't remember. I think it was like 80 or 180.
Costs $44,000 an hour to fly.
44. Okay, so that's
or $44 million to fly for 1,000 hours.
Right. So let's say, right, this thing costs $44,000 to fly.
Twice as much as
every hour, right? Let's talk about the military budget, right? Let's say in 5 years, what we're going to have 100 of them. Okay. I know you want these things for some reason. Okay. Still keep them, right? Let's just do 50. Let's get rid of 50 extra of these, right? Let's cut the order in half, right? We save $44,000 just in gas per hour for 50 of these. Millions of dollars, man. That's millions of dollars that could be going anywhere else in America. Just in gas spent on flights that you didn't even do combat on. Test flights and shit. Maintenance flights, like insane, bro. There's so much money that they could break off. So many ways they could find money to break off. Yeah. They could cut cost.
And I mean, like that, and like that much money, it's like you don't need much off of the budget to really make substantial change throughout the country. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fucking money. $750 billion.
And that's what I was just thinking too. I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, think about this, Steve. Ask anybody, right? So let's ask anybody in a state. You start a country. What do you want your country to spend the most on?
Probably your defense.
Now what?
Probably after that, your economy.
I think that goes hand in hand with a lot of things.
Economy and social welfare after that.
Right. What would be your third?
Social, like I said, social welfare. Whether that be like the social programs that take care of your people, pretty much. So I mean, yeah, your defense spending is definitely up there.
Okay. Now what's the percent?
What do you mean percent?
Now, if I said how much of your budget should go to military, right? A percent of that, 100%. So you just named 3 things, right? Yeah. How much would you put towards that?
It sounds crazy to say anything less than 50. It's like, because I mean, like, you got to take care of yourself, 100%. So I mean, I'm up there. It's like 40%. Like some crazy shit like that.
Okay, I can flirt with that number.
35, 40.
So why is it right that a place like China has more troops and more of all of these things, and you can add that military budget with 5 different top world powers, and it's still not equal America's? It's not citizen population because multiple places there have a population.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is high. Yeah. Where it's an issue. They all have militaries. They're all nuclear capable. Why is it that ours is so much more percent of our pay? I don't get it.
I mean, I think we have about like 7 more carriers than China, aircraft carriers. Imagine if a jet's 44 million, you're talking about maybe like 200 million an hour type shit for these things to run off of, something like that. I mean, like
it's like
just the size of our fleet. You know what I'm saying? It just adds up so fucking.
So can we just say we got a big ass fleet? Can next year, can we not make some? Can we cut them in half of what we're supposed to make? Don't even give her the ones you got.
I feel like at this point,
But just slow down the production and put it towards somewhere else. I mean, you can't take $1 billion away, dude. You got 750. You can't take $1 billion away and put it into public school systems and just completely revolutionize it.
And it's done nothing but go up. It's consistently gone increased. It had not. I don't think it's not once has it ever gone down. It's been increased over year over year over year.
How is it that city schools don't got air conditioning, but they got $1,100 coffee cups, bro? Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's like so wild. It's like it's like, man, like this is my whole big argument for a lot of things. Is like let's just straight up talk about it. America's the richest country in the world, straight up. Sure don't look like it. Sure does not look like it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you see that you go to all major cities. You go to LA. They got Skid Row.
Like me personally, I question spending the most on your defense. I guess I could see what you mean.
When you're in America's position, it's different than being in your own country, like when you're smaller,
But we can also go down.
Rely on NATO.
We can go down, though.
Oh, yeah.
We don't got to keep getting bigger. We don't got to go occupy another country. We can leave countries.
You got to defend yourself.
We can leave countries.
I'm saying in America's, sense, when you're dwarfing the next country's spending by, tenfold, it's like, you can make a good argument for that. When you're when you're a small country, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta at least defend your land.
It's just very odd to me that you spend so much and your neighbors are friendly, are allies, basically. Like you have no threat of any threat if your border.
Things go sour, man.
Things go sour, so protect your borders. Exactly. Why is that your least protect thing?
That's what I'm saying.
You protect other people's borders harder than you protect ours.
No, I'm saying that's why you got to spend it. When you're securing your borders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Retract some, bro. We don't got to be all these places spending all this money always first to do something. Cut that shit down, man, and put it back into the economy. It won't matter. It'll just go fucking. The rich will just get richer.
And also in a sense, you're just like, like you said, we're not immortal, But I think we're definitely the most formidable, army on the, face of the planet, as far as like equipment goes, training. We have some crazy motherfuckers,
We're badass, yeah. But when you have flaws like that, I feel like they can be picked apart.
Yeah, you're only as good. To me, you're only as good of a country as you taking care of your weakest populations, pretty much.
When that's your strategy, though, that seems to be. Obviously, I don't think it was an established strategy, but that seems to be the strategy of what it was in the Middle East. It was basically look, bro, they're over the sea.
Look,
they're 1,000. I don't know what it is, but 1,000 miles away. How long can they keep this fight up?
What's even wilder?
And America's 10 years.
Look, what's even wilder? Years. Out of all the countries in the world, we have, even though we're one of the youngest, we have one of the biggest leaps in industry and military might. Because you think about things like, once we get out of the Revolutionary War, we got out fighting with Mexico, and then we expanded over west. There was no other country there to fight us on our lands, and then here comes World War I and II, where you're just you have your neighbor Germany, who's just a couple countries over, fucking everybody up. And it's well, at this point, it's no one's ever contested us on our home soil. No one's ever done that yet. Besides when you think about the Mexican wars.
That's all, and they never would. It's too late for that.
Exactly.
Mexico and Canada could bank us, and we went.
And then when you also talk about the revolution, where we got attacked by Britain. So that's another reason we've gone and done what we have, because we had such a huge jump start on our military. Because one thing, we also didn't have to rebuild our country after it getting blown apart by World War II. You know what I'm saying? We were loaning these countries money to help them build back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and then you brought this up.
Yeah. Then we're out there, we're getting that money in. And then we're also there hey, you guys will never do this again. we took that and we became this crazy military power. You know, it was just like
So I
history
completely
kind of
forgot
worked in our favor.
to send you this video, right? I'll send it to you, but give you a recap now that we're here because this is actually some info I want to talk about that I never knew, bro.
What's up? Is it about World
So
War II? I love it.
no, this is actually about slavery. This is about
Oh, okay.
America.
Okay, cool.
Spark that. So back in the day, like I said, I'll send you the video. If anybody wants to see a YouTube King Cotton, back in the day, there was a company, you know, that was named King Cotton. So the guy in the video, he wanted to get to the bottom of like what that was and what that meant. Well, King Cotton basically was meaning like cotton's over everything. And that was America's slogan. Now, why was that America's slogan basically, right? Was because, dude, he shows some scary numbers, bro. And once again, it's hard to remember the exact percent. But this is where he really does a great job of explaining generational wealth, bro. The people in the South, places like this, were very rich people, the richest in America, because cotton was the only place you could get it was South in America, United States of America, the South of the United States of America, you know, and so they were exporting cotton all over the world, which I didn't even know. I thought it was just an American thing, but it was going all over the world. We were the leader export of cotton throughout the world. So when we started having these problems, we started having. So I'm thinking about so many facts here.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
Trying to lay it out correctly.
Yeah.
We start thinking about the North is obviously they have their reasons for why they want slavery to end, but once that starts up, the South threatens the North of we're going to stop all cotton production for 3 years, basically. And not only are we going to crumble the North's economy, but we're going to crumble a lot of people's economy because this was a huge thing. They actually made jokes about how like Europe wouldn't have, cotton for their wigs and shit like that. And he starts breaking down the numbers to show you the percentage of the money that America was making, bro, and how much cotton was making for America. Cotton was making up, like 60 to 70% of America's profit. And then it shows you where the millionaires were at, bro. There's none in the North, bro. There's only millionaires in the South. So obviously cotton is acres upon acres.
Yeah.
And for them to get this cotton and export and everything, they need free labor. Like they can't pay to have that many people doing this and still be millionaires.
Yeah.
So it's just obviously greed at this point. That's why they can't give up the slavery thing. Without free labor, that none of this is happening.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a horrible job. I'm butchering this obviously. And there's a lot of information I'm leaving out. But he explains and shows you how the money that was made off of the cotton was passed down through this generation to this generation to this generation, allowing millionaire after millionaire to be funneled from this free slavery. Even though it got ended, still many of people were still passing that money and living as millionaires afterwards. Yeah. And basically just saying that all of America's money was actually in the South from cotton.
Yeah.
And people say that the South probably would have crumbled too, but they just were kind of on, fuck it. If we are going to crumble, everybody's going to crumble. We're going to just stop doing cotton. But I just never knew a lot of those things, and there's so much more information in there.
You ever hear about there was I forgot the exact date for when they ended slavery, but I think it was either a couple years after or like 10, 20 years after. I might be way off that number, where there were still people enslaved in the southern countries because they didn't know what was going on until they came through and eventually freed the last slave. I forgot there's a guy they had the guy's name and everything and the date of when it supposedly ended. Who knows how true
he was
is,
still there in like the 50s or something, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
There's a story like that on Vice where the guy was 1953 still a slave, bro. Something like that.
Yeah, I remember reading that too.
He just did not know.
I don't remember the details of that one. I remember reading that one a while ago. That one is crazy, man. What you got going on over there?
I was just trying to see if I could find the one fucking stat, but this is actually something else I want to talk to you about, right? So do you remember when that teacher married her student? Not fucked him, married him. So she fucks a
so, yeah.
6-year-old, right? The
Yeah.
teacher fucks a 6-year-old, a sixth grader. And they end up getting caught in a car, like in the back of a dark street and shit one day by a cop. And that's how it all gets found out. Like their story don't make sense. So it gets found out that this teacher's fucking her sixth grade student. Well, she gets sentenced and shit, but they still end up getting married. She marries this fucking I forget how old he is, but he's a little ass kid basically when this happens and gets signed off on, and they have 2 children, bro.
What the fuck?
Right? So after this, like, this isn't allowed, basically. Like, I don't believe she was supposed to see him again, or I don't know exactly how it works, right? Okay, so this was before they caught him, sorry. Had 2 kids. She pleaded guilty to child rape and received 7.5 years in prison, which was suspended on condition she have no contact with the child. So let's get this right? An adult woman raped a sixth grader. Sorry. So what are you? 11?
Yeah,
You're 11
like
at the time, 10, 11 years old. A 6th grader and got no jail time, bro. And had 2 kids by him.
But you got on a condition you don't have contact with them.
Now let's flip it. A grown man fucks a 6th grader girl. Bro, could you imagine if he got no jail time, bro? The uproar in that.
And they got married and had 2 kids with her.
Is that not crazy, bro?
What was that? What was that? Her name?
I can't find her first name, but her last name is Lorturno.
Huh. That's so wild, man.
Letourneau, I can't say it.
Yeah, Letourneau.
That's the kid's name.
What the hell? Married? Wow. What the fuck? See, I have no idea, man.
After she finished serving time in prison.
How old was he when he got married? Did it say?
I believe he was 12, bro.
Yeah, married at 12?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Like,
bro.
I hate to bring up, but it makes you think about that South Park episode where like he goes to the cops with the teacher's fucking Ike, and it's like, nice.
That's
like,
I don't remember.
Yeah, you remember that episode, bro?
No.
Yeah, they go to the cops and they're like, oh, he's fucking Miss Hemsworth. Nice. Because she was like a hot teacher in the thing.
Oh yeah, she was a woman.
Yeah, the woman.
Okay, I do remember. Remember. She loved him. Yeah.
Nice. It's like, I mean, like it's a complete double standard. It's so wild, man. I don't even understand how that is a thing. 12, and then you get married and have kids. So, your parents signed off on that.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane if that's true. But if she's already pregnant with 2 of your kids,
but you're 12.
But you're also a dad. And I mean, we're trying to have a fucking family here.
Kid dad.
You're just like, look, you are a dad.
Imagine
you have 12. To raise your children.
Imagine you being 12 and you're just looking in the mirror, you're like, you're a dad now. You know, it's like, yeah, you're a dad.
You have to raise your children. Imagine your dad telling you have to raise your children. You still
have a high-pitched voice. You're
you don't even hit, you hit puberty, right? But you haven't puberty.
I mean, voice is cracking. You know what I'm saying? That's what's like.
I just want to picture his dad coming to him and just like, you have to raise your kids. You know, it's just like he's so little.
You're a dad.
You're a dad.
You're a dad. Like, you're just looking in the mirror at 12.
You're a dad.
I'm a dad now. Like, what the fuck? Like
2 kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, twins or just
twice. They're separate. How? Right? How? Like, what is going? Like, no. It seems like people just didn't really care. Because it was a girl having sex with a kid, and he wanted it seemed like, and she wanted it. That's crazy, bro. How it's just a double standard. People cry sexism, but you never cry sexism with something like that.
Mash this.
So now I got a couple paths to take
Grooming,
you down.
Right?
I got a bunch of paths I'm gonna take you down real quick. Okay, first of all, do you know who Joan Burnett Ramsey is?
Yeah.
So are you familiar with that case?
Somewhat. I know that she was kidnapped, and then they had suspected that it was like someone who had just been like a super fan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a bunch of people that were suspected. A lot of different stories. Exactly. And so it's one of the famous things, right? Well, you heard what's her name? Giselle Maxim or whatever.
Yeah,
Epstein's
Ghislaine
girl
Maxwell, yeah.
got caught, right? Well, apparently this is the last picture of Drew Bennett Ramsey.
Oh my god!
And you can see, right?
That's yeah. And that's Ghislaine Maxwell.
Right now, I don't know if that's conspiracy or what, right? Or if that, I don't even know. You can see the picture. It's
well, it
could be a lot of things, right?
At this point, it's it's all all up in there, man.
Dude, well, her management team was the same management team that Joe Bennett Ramsey's dad was signed to.
Thickens.
Just a little thing, bro. There's a bunch of, I can't find the one stats I wanted to give you.
I'm glad we brought that up actually, though, because I'm thinking about, we never got a chance to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, how the fuck did she was in hiding for a long ass time. Like, goddamn, somewhere up in like, what was it, Connecticut or like Massachusetts, like some shit like that.
She was in some building getting grilled for all the knowledge she knows.
It's so fucking wild,
they just
man.
released her.
They just like brainwashed her.
Say. I don't even think it brainwashed her, but if anything, put it this way: if she got caught, I can't see her going to a prison or even seeing a judge without FBI talking to her first.
Yeah.
That's how I like to picture it. I mean, who knows, but that's how it should be, right? Exactly. You would think they could talk to her, and you're going to be here for weeks before you talk to anyone else.
Yep.
And you're going to give us some info before you want anything. I mean, I'm going dirty here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Got to,
we know you're attached to something, and you're not getting shit, bitch. Okay? You're fucked here. You're here, and we're about to do whatever the fuck we want to get this info out of you.
Torture.
Bro, all kinds of torture, dude.
Give it to her.
We know you know fucking info. Are you going to speak up right now? Okay, you got something to say? Let's start writing. Tell me I want your fucking autobiography, bitch. And then I'll get you out of here. And you can go.
And maybe I'll keep these hot pokers out your fucking eyes. Like,
seriously, bro.
It's like, it's like at this point, it's just like, get what you can out of her. Get what you gotta know. Kill her.
I think it's weird how much shit's like coming out about her, though. Like, is that her being like in fear of her life? So she's trying to say all these things in the tabloid. So if she does get murdered, it looks even more weird.
There was even a conspiracy theory that, like, I'm not even sure if it was debunked recently or not. That she was like, she had like some crazy, like she had, like they had figured out one of her like Reddit accounts or some shit. And it was like, I don't even know, just down some like weird wormhole where they found it. You hear about those Wayfair cabinets too? That was another weird one too, man.
That was a really weird one that I just couldn't get with. I just couldn't get down with
I couldn't get with it either. But I mean, like, I think about it, I'm just like, at this point, anything's up in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, I'm just going to say two things, right? That just like off the jump was very obvious to me. Number one being, if you give me any name in the world, I can go search it right now and show you a missing person with that name. Mm-hmm. Any name in the fucking world, bro. Mm-hmm. There's a missing person with that fucking name somewhere or was at some time.
Got you.
So I'm not impressed by that. Second of all, if somehow you could ever think that they would be dumb enough to put the name of a missing person as the name of the cabinet, it's like the dumbest shit you ever fucking heard in your life. Like, that's like, I don't even want to use the words that describe that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's so absolutely dumb. If you're talking about people that engage in this type of activity where they would pay double-digit thousands to purchase these women, first of all, it's not going to be a public site that's just accessible by everybody else, and you're trying to put a smoke screen up front that's that weak. You know what I mean? These people make money. If they want to hire people, they can make it very complex. You're not going to have that easy of a way. And second of all, you're going to already be contacted another way so that you have some type of info when you go on there that you can read it and know it's that woman without me having to put the fucking name in the title. Like, that is just the most dumbest shit I've ever seen, bro. No one has made – if that was true, they didn't sell one person.
Oh yeah,
they never sold a person. You know what I mean? When I see people that I respect.
That's why I love. That's why I love the mob mentality, bro. That's why I love the mob mentality.
I'm like, bro, you guys are dumb, and if anything, that's just a thing to distract you from the fact that this bitch actually has info.
You know what I think is even funnier is when people share those like really long like paragraph, like after paragraph after paragraph of us like where you list off just a bunch of like all the conspiracies and connect them all together, and like someone shares it, and it's like I've been telling people this since like 2012. You know, it's just crazy. You know, it's just like
I know what you're talking about.
no, I've seen no, you've seen so many of them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see multiple. There's one I saw, where it connected Ghislaine Maxwell, and somehow connected Flint, and then onwards of like every single problem in the world was just like all connected to like this pedophile ring. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like you share this, like it's so wild, man.
Everybody knew before somebody else knew.
That's what I hate. I hate when people say that. That's I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
too,
that's what I'm telling you. People treat information like it's a card in their deck, bro. Just like, oh, I already knew about that. I had that card in my deck. I just never showed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was waiting for somebody to say that. And I could be like, I got it.
It's like, okay, it's like,
fuck off, you know?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what?
Now,
what does it do for you for like harboring information?
Let me take you down a conspiracy theory that you never heard of. Dum 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 dum. Two smoke bombs.
It'd be cool if you had them. You know? Like,
badass, right?
Well, now you don't have them. It's kind of lacking.
I'm sorry. I'm going to smoke bombs next time. So this is called the smiley face killer, bro. Right? And this is very complex, and I'm going to butcher it, but roll with me. So basically, this is something I want to talk to you about because it's still a current thing.
Okay.
This is still going on till this day, and it still hasn't been answered. So basically what it is, right, is up and down the East Coast for the last 30 years, hundreds of men between the same exact age, a 5-year gap, right, and a lot of other things tie in that I'll get to, have came up as drowning, right? It's drowning or unknown death, but always found in the water, basically. Hundreds, to the point where it's over 380.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. And this is over a 30-year span of the same exact age of men that are being found in water, usually with the same exact signs, nothing done to them. They can't tell. They can never tell. Like, they don't look like they're robbed or beaten or anything like that, right? So this already is sketchy to me, right? Because that's fact. Like, there's no conspiracy in that. That's absolute fact. Like, they know that. And still to this day, like, none of the states that are finding these bodies have answers. They just keep chucking it up as the same thing. So this is where things get a little weird, right? So this kid, Pete, dies. And I believe this is in New Jersey. And he's with a bunch of friends. So he always gets so much chills on here, man, because it's like weird when you know the info. It's like, you process it again. And you're like, that's so fucking creepy. But he walks out. He walks out. And he's like, he's fucked up, but he's not that fucked up. It proved that he didn't have that much in him. And the next, like, long story short, he gets found in the water, dead, basically. Like, he goes missing, and they're looking for him everywhere. And 40 days later, they find him and they find him 12 miles down the river. And this is something I didn't know. See, this is the funny thing about listening to shit like this, because you learn little dumbass facts that, like, you didn't know but might be important one day. So it's like most drowned victims, they always will get found face up, because that's how you drown usually, is trying to look up. Well, Pete was found face down, which is an odd thing, basically. And also the distance that he traveled was like obscene, basically, from where they try to say his body was in there. There's a lot of other things I can go on and on. This is a long segment of, like, his skin didn't match up with the water. There's a lot of things like that, right? So this is another one they chalk up as accidental drowning, basically. They say that he was drunk, and it gets sketchy because a lot of these police departments do seem like they're kind of reaching for, like, to try and figure things out. So they said, like, the theory on him was that he went down to this river and he took a piss or something, and fell in and just drowned, basically. Well, there's a lot of times you see too, bro, cases getting brought up is fucking their friends and family who do not give up, who say that don't make no fucking sense, right?
Yeah.
So everybody goes down and they do the route that the cops said he took. Well, for him to do this, he would have to come out of that bar, and walk 2 blocks, hop over a fence, and then walk to basically this water. And they're like, he would not have done all this just to take a piss. Like there's no reason for it. And he's with people inside of there. So they end up hiring personal people and shit because there's a detective. There's 2 detectives on opposite sides of the eastern coast that are both picking up this suspicion with this, but they don't know about each other, so they're working separately. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, right.
End up meeting up.
Yeah,
but so the family's like they want certain things done, so they get this guy, one of the detectives involved, that's on there around them, and come to find out that he had GHB, which is basically Rufalin, in his system, right? So they thought that was weird, and he was also someone who had marks on him. Like they found marks around his neck. It looked like he had been strangled or something along the lines, but they refused to pick the case back up, so it got shut down. So this detective bro starts digging deep into like what's going on here. So they start trying to tie things together because they can't find a single killer, and they're hearing a lot of the similar stories. I mean, it's flirting. I'm going to get you to the conspiracy, but I'm trying to give you all the facts first.
Yeah, I got you.
And like the facts of the case is like over 380 men on the East Coast have went missing and been diagnosed accidental drowning.
So over the East Coast?
It's the East Coast, I believe. Yeah, so it's like New Jersey up to something down the
right.
And they've went missing. So all of the over. So the full number on that wasn't done, but over out of 180, right? I can't speak for the other ones because I don't think they did every single body because obviously they're all over the place.
Exactly, yeah.
Out of 180 that they were able to re-examine, it was like 90% of these fucking victims, bro, had Rufalin in their system, dude. Right? So
90% of the 180?
90% of like the 180 kids had Rufalin in their system. So they said like everybody. So it's not everybody basically, but it's a lot of them. And all of them found drowning, all of them with people, all of them with the similar story, all of them within the same height, the same year of birth, like 5-year span, within a 3-inch span, like a lot, all white and Asian men. Which was very scary to me. Exactly, bro. I was all white and Asian men, bro. So think about that, bro. Not a lot of black guys, bro. Right? That's the thing also. So these are just the facts of the case. Like all that is proven. But it still isn't really being investigated because like the police just won't pick up on it. They keep saying. So another famous one comes up. I forget the guy's name, right? But basically, like multiple witnesses seen people following him as he left this place, and he just went outside to step out for a second.
Exactly,
yeah. This is another guy. Okay. Not the first one I was talking about. No, this
is the same story.
But this is years later.
Okay.
So this like this detective's been trying to open these cases up, but it ain't working. And then this guy happened to this guy. Yeah. And like he was literally with people at a bowling alley. And he's bowling with people. And he goes out front just to like take a breath or some shit. And he goes disappearing. And like multiple witnesses were like, people followed him. They found him drowned the same exact way. He gets listed as an accidental drowning. They find he's got Rufalin in him, bro. So they're like, there's no way he would have did Rufalin. He was bowling with his friends, like he would not have done this. So he gets found like this. And they're like, what the fuck? But the cops still to this day refuse to like look into any of this. So this detective meets up with another detective that's all the way on the other side of the country. And they both meet up. Dude, and like the similarities in their notes, bro, are like outstanding, bro. Like it's very eerie, basically, of like, it's such a, like, for I forget how she broke it down. It's from the same Crime Junkie thing. That's where I learned it at.
Right.
The serial killer, if anyone wants to, Crime Junkie, serial killer, smiley face serial killer. They broke down the math of it. It was like, it's almost theoretically impossible for the numbers to be this precise on both of their notes on the range of that I just gave you on the 3 inches of height, 5-year age gap, same exact cause of death, same exact line of, of area.
And they start finding the Rufalin.
They're like, exactly. And all they're like, it's basically theoretically impossible for that to happen that many times in just span.
And they say when did these 2 guys meet up?
So these are 2 detectives that once these starts getting big, one of the detectives tries to bring it forward, so they meet up, and now they try and bring it forward together, and it still doesn't. Like, it still hasn't been investigated because they started getting more conspiratorial. So they proved all these facts, right? But this is all they're doing for their life, bro. So now, like, I feel like this needs to be like a document on this so you can kind of get like a visual of it. Because I'm just hearing this lady through audio. But basically, the way she was describing is like they became like, to them, they believed that like they really thought there was a serial killer. So what they thought, right, was that there was an entanglement, an online of the on the online dark web, whether it be, some subreddit or whatever, however deep it goes, of the dark web,
You
basically,
okay?
where people were communicating with one another and showing off kills. And that was what it was believed. And these people were all targeting the same exact style and, makeup, young age of person
Huh.
and everything.
Interesting.
So they start to prove that a little bit. And they do get the numbers, like they start seeing that like certain things, it's like so similar that it can't be, random people for the same exact way these people are dying. And that's when like it goes even more next level, basically, because as they're like examining the pictures and shit, they just start finding smiley faces, bro. Every time someone's dead within the area, they can find a smiley face, like of some sort, basically. So, like, to them, they were thinking, like, this is some type of tag. So the number on that was like there was like 115, and like in like 87 cases or something, there was a smiley face. So, like, they're saying, like, can we prove that that's something? No, but that is eerily strange that like within a block of all of these murders, there's a smiley face, you know? So
What the fuck,
the
man?
problem is people started being like, well, there is cases with no smiley face, and they were like, well, that case could not be associated with this. It could actually be a drowning, which would be like the numbers left off, or they could be developing their talk, basically, because this is becoming a big thing and they know that like this is being talked about now. They could be developing other symbols or something.
Yeah.
And that's where they like people start to lose them, basically, because now they're trying to figure out like what other symbols it could be, and that's very hard to do.
Exactly.
And this is still going on to this day. These detectives, this is still current. These detectives are still looking into it. I mean, obviously, it's not as hot as it once was.
That's eerie.
It's very eerie, bro. It's very eerie. And like, that's why I tried to give you all the facts that were there of like, because
Especially
the
when
facts
you,
themselves are eerie. That's why I wish they didn't go that conspiratorial.
and then you
But
start
listen,
finding the symbols.
here's the thing, right? Why would two cops even say that? They already have so many facts to prove that something's going on. Why would they say something about the smiley faces unless they really thought that? Are they right or wrong? I don't know. But that shows they really believe that had something to do with it. They wouldn't have put their credibility on the line,
Yeah.
and risk the entire case to say
Exactly.
that if they didn't believe
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. It's a little.
Are
Yeah.
they right? Who knows? But either way, the facts that I gave you, basically, all them fucking people being labeled the same, all male, all the same age, same fucking ethnicity, same body build, blah, 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 that many times, and being listed with accident or drowning or uncaused reasons. It's very eerie, bro. It's very eerie.
Yeah. I mean, you have to look out.
It's just,
I'll watch your drink. You watch my drink. Simple as that.
yeah, bro. Yeah, and then the scary thing is, dude, I swear to God, one time I really, how people say they think they got roofied? Like, I really
A lot
do.
of people say that.
I
Yeah.
really do think we got roofied, right? And
Yeah.
the fucked up thing is, I can remember literally everything before that because I know the situation, right? So I'm with my boy, my cousin, and we're down by Sip and Bite at a bar, and we were with these two girls. So when we get in there, like right away, bro, these two like older big ass guys, bro, start fucking with us, bro. Like right away, start trying to bitch us and shit, like saying shit to us, like making sounds and shit, like looking at our girls and shit like that, and like, when somebody's
Yeah.
trying to start shit, and we're like, what the fuck, bro? So, uh, I go to the bathroom with my cousin and shit, and right before we go, we give the girl the money. We're like, look, get us 4 shots and shit when we go in here. So then, like, as we come out, like, we're coming out of the bathroom, the girls come from behind us. And we're like, what the fuck? I thought you were getting the shots. And they're like, oh, we got them. They're over there. And like they weren't next to the guy, but we're not thinking it's even like that would even be a thing.
Right,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? They're literally like down some, and like we're not even thinking like that. So they walk behind us and we go and drink this drink, bro. And it was literally
Ooh.
lined up because they ordered separately, bro, and they had their own drink and we had our 2 drinks, dude. So we drink these drinks, bro, and only me and my cousin blacked out, dude. From one drink, bro. We didn't pregame at all, dude. Like that's why, like, do I know? No, but I swear to God, bro, it was like a Long Island or something. Like it wasn't
blacked
nothing.
out.
Dude, we blacked out, bro. Yo,
Guaranteed, man.
dude, you want to know something that's crazy?
Guaranteed.
The first memory that I have after that, it's literally like 3 a.m. and I'm standing in his fridge guzzling lean. Is that crazy, bro? I swear to God, bro, that's a true story,
What
dude.
the fuck?
I swear on everything I
And then
love,
you were
bro.
fucked up off the lead.
Yo, I didn't even feel the lean, bro, because I was like out of it, bro. Like I was like, I came back, but I was out of it still. But that's like the first memory I come. This is hours. We were at the bar at like 10:30, yo. Like and next memory I remember, it's 3 a.m. and I'm chugging lean, bro. Like I don't even drink lean, dog. That was my first time drinking lean, bro. I'd never even drank lean before, and I'm chugging like a 1 liter of it. I probably didn't even think it was lean. I thought it was just a drink or something. I don't even know what happened, dude. It was just a crazy, yo.
Right after that, you were just
so after that, like I'm kind of coming to, and I'm going to the bathroom for a little bit. I'm just chilling in there. I come over to my cousin. I'm just like, bro, we're talking about it. I'm just like, yo, do you remember anything? He's like, yo, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like we both had the same exact story of like, yo, I don't remember nothing. And the girls were fine. The girls remembered everything. Like they told us all this shit we did and everything. But like
they were probably gonna get got.
Dude, I have no idea, bro. I don't know if I always thought maybe that drink was meant for them.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 100% terrifying.
Dude, but ruined my night.
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't even know what I did.
You're just sitting there, just like, what?
I don't know what the fuck I did, bro.
No one even knows what you did. Like even
But they told us like we were acting dumb and we just chilled and shit like that. But like we literally, I have no memory. Like even when I'm blacked out from alcohol, I've always like
spotty.
You come back for a sec. Like on this one, yo, there's a 4-hour gap. I don't have no memory, bro.
You didn't even drink anything?
No, yo, not even pregame, bro. I smoked a blunt and I drank that drink, yo, and that was it.
Yeah,
bro.
you definitely got roofied.
That's what I'm saying, yo. And that's never happened to me in my life,
definitely
bro.
roofied, man.
Ever, dude.
That's like without a doubt, you got drugs.
Yeah, so I don't know if he was like those motherfuckers were like trying to fuck with us and just be like, fuck these 2 motherfuckers, or like they only had 2 and they just put it in any 2, or they meant it for the girls and we ended up drinking their drink. I don't know what happened, bro.
That's what it seems like.
We were fucked up, bro. I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? And I come to him, drinking his lean. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck?
It's that's I mean, like that's all I'm thinking it could be, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else could it be?
Yeah, it's just sick to think that anybody has that in their pocket at any time and can play that card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, like you don't just come with one shot. You have multiples of those, man. Come on,
It's just
trying left and right.
It's crazy.
Until you get somebody.
You think that's how it goes?
Until you get somebody, man.
But they're hard to get.
You bring
know what
one,
I mean? You can't just get them like that, though. I don't know. But
imagine if you run across someone with them and you find them.
You think somebody got 30?
Yeah. I imagine. Yeah.
It seems like it's rare on the street. I've never heard anyone offer me roofie.
Yeah, no one will offer you a roofie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you look for it, you're just like, you'll find it. You know?
You think? I don't know. I would look at someone different if they told me they have a roofie for sale. Like any of my plugs said roofie, I'd be like, what?
I mean, people sell crack.
It's that sounds crazy to me.
I know, but I mean,
like, you could do some crack and you'd be a harder fuck.
Where's the line though? You know,
I give you some crack, bro. I'm not fucking.
Where's the line? Where's the line for someone who's just making a buck? You know,
anything has one purpose, it's rape. No one does a little Rufalin as a high, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's used simply for date rape.
Yeah.
It's a date rape drug.
Yes, it is.
That's where I cut the line. Right there. I
get that. But where do they draw it? When it comes to
I know, right there. Just right there. That's
some people might.
That's just heroin's better.
People deal them. Why?
Heroin.
People get their hands on them. People get their hands on them.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I never even know nobody with a Rufalin. Have you ever heard of somebody with a Rufalin?
You don't advertise that. You know what I'm saying? You're hoping someone comes to you and be like, bro, you got Rufalin? And you're just like, sure do.
That's sick, bro. I couldn't imagine doing
people
that.
Buy it. How do you think people get their hands on it? Someone's dealing this shit. doesn't just come out of
Listen,
nowhere.
all I'm saying is like, if you go out with a girl
Got home
and
cooks.
let's say you go out, you meet a girl, right? And you fucking end up buying drinks all night. She's buying drinks and you guys are fucked up. You go back to the house. Neither one of you are really there. You're both on the verge of blacking out and you have sex. Like, did you both consent to sex? No, you did it. But it's also kind of like you understand, like, we both went out and did this. And like, that's why it becomes an okay thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you might not even remember all of it, but you don't care because you're like, oh, yeah, it was a great night. You know, I got a little dick or I got a little pussy at the end. But with date rape, bro, you're specifically like, you're taking that option away. Like, they're not even spending that time with you to get fucked up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're purposely doing some sneaky shit.
To rape.
Rape.
Yeah, 100%. I remember I saw a very terrifying video. It was a guy and he was dragging a woman. And you can tell she was extremely drunk.
I know exactly what video you're talking
about. Yep. And there's a guy just filming it, and he pulls her into the apartment. She's trying, just like, and he just pulls her in, into the apartment.
I remember her trying to stop it.
I remember her trying to stop, man. Yeah.
You do?
This particular one I'm thinking about, yeah.
Because I showed at the K, and he was like, well, maybe that's her boyfriend, and she's drunk. I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked, from the video I remember watching was that she did not look like she wanted to go. You know what I'm saying?
Had a problem like that. Like, now that I'm a grown man, I think about these things. Like, it's very weird. Like, it's very weird how you just, I don't know, you just think about things more. And the more you learn. But we were down Rotos, like, before even COVID and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, there was this one young blonde there, bro, that was, like, just obliterated, bro. And, she made out with, like, 3 guys in, like, 10 minutes, like, just going all around the bar, just, like, completely fucked up. Didn't even know, probably blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and all these guys, are like trying to take her home. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Kate. I'm like, I think like we're supposed to do something about that. Like, it's really not our job. The bartender or the bar security or something really should take care of it and be like, hey, you need, can we figure out you a ride home or something? You got someone. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to figure. We don't want to kick her out. Right. Because then it's like,
just spending money.
She's at risk. Well, she's at risk. I mean, she can go out there and get molested or raped too,
True.
So it's like, you don't want to do that, but it's like, hey, can I get you a cab? Let's flag her down a cab. Or, you can call Uber or something. But, like, you need to figure it. And if she gives you problems, then it is what it is. She can go live her life. But I think, like, you're supposed to help. But then what if they don't do that? And, like, I'm in the bar and I'm trying to have a good time. But, like, I notice something like that. And I'm not okay with that. And you see, like, these predators trying to find that woman.
Yep.
Like, there's people who don't even dance. Or they just sit on the side of the line just looking for who's drunk. And they just try and pray, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick, yo. It's sick. And it's like,
it's very weird, man.
I feel like I'm like, man, I want to just like I want to stop the party for a second and let's get this bitch home and then we can party again. You know what I mean?
You
like,
see all those scenes, man.
There should be something at a bar, bro. Like something a woman could do when she's too drunk. Like there should be some type of thing she can go talk to the bartender and then they can bring down the manager and he provides her a phone or I don't.
Yeah.
Something like there should be an option.
Like, it's weird that like, like you would like people would say stuff like that. And like, there's people out there that would, argue against something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's those people out there, that'd be like, well, she's out there, she's getting drunk. That's just, it's just two drunk people. It is what it is. It's just like, you don't see the fact that like, she does not want to go with him. She's just too drunk.
For all you know, she's roofied.
Exactly.
I've been there. You don't know.
Those dudes make those fucking arguments all the time, man. It's weird. It's like there's a culture thing to like, just to be like, hey, that is what it is,
Yo, for me, bro.
Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
See how about you? I just light up when I think about things like that, bro. I would love to be in a house party. I would love to be there with my girl, I go to the bathroom. And I hear some shit in the bedroom, and I come in there, and I see it, and I just want to bait him, bro. I don't even want to snap. I just want to bait him. I want him to tell me, what are you doing, bro? Oh, can I join you? He's just like, oh, yeah, come on, bro. You got this passed out girl. And then you just look over when he's not paying attention, and you give him that fucking uppercut, bro, from the fucking devil's floor, man, right to the fucking nose and teeth right there and just knock his shit all out, bro. And there, it just makes you so happy, man.
And from there, you just go to town on them from there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, damage.
Bring a knee or some shit, do something,
Yeah, even like, I always want to be this vigilante, yo. Like, I do want to be this vigilante, not like a Batman, but like just a simpler, like, I see a guy that's trying to take advantage of a woman like that. I go outside, 10 minutes before the club ends. I just follow him to his car. KO his ass from the side. Get out of there. Nothing more, nothing less. Just this little vigilante looking for sex predators, knocking them out.
Go to get 20 real quick. You're also gonna pay for my lunch.
Oh yeah, I'm always running pockets if it's an option. I want to run your pockets. Yeah, there you go. But I want it to be a story in the headlines. Sex predators getting KO'd all across Baltimore. Like, something like that.
I mean, the way a barman announcement would go, I'd be like, sexual predators, be on the lookout. So it'd like to be a warning for them. I'd be like, watch out for this vigilante.
Have you tried to, be a sexual predator recently? Keep your eye out.
Watch your back. You can call the police department for special protection. It's like
literally.
Like, come on, man. Like, I've never seen such an instance. I've never seen anything like that.
I've been down my loophole before, man. Something that'll break your heart is them fucking 911 calls, dude. Boy, you want to talk about when you hear a voice, it's not even a voice, like the way someone says something that you've never heard before, the tone in their voice where you're just like, it's like it said something without saying something. Those are just gut-wrenching, bro.
I've heard a couple good ones, man.
Bro.
I remember there's one where like this woman called 911 and like you hear her complete reaction when they find her in the house while she's on the phone.
Yeah,
she's like, yeah, they're inside.
Bro, it brings tears to the eyes, bro.
You just hear her going crazy. It's like, oh my God. It's just like, holy shit.
That's the exact one I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's a horrible one, bro.
Yeah,
because the whole time she's just like, please don't hang up. I gotta be quiet.
Yeah.
Please don't hang up.
Yeah.
And she's answering her questions and she's not answering, and you can like kind of hear people walking around, and she's just like, shh. And then you just hear that door open, bro, and she starts screaming. That shit's so sad, bro. And she died, you know that?
Did
that lady was killed, bro.
Was she?
Yep.
I didn't know that, man.
Yep.
Wow.
That lady died.
That's crazy hearing it, man. His last words.
It's horrible.
So wild, man.
That is absolutely horrible.
I heard a couple like that, like where they were. They have a couple where they went inside. They hear people coming in. They find them.
Any of them times that someone's calling with their life on the line like that, man.
There's also ones where like I think there was like a compilation where like caller was the killer or something like that. It was like one on YouTube or something.
Yeah. When they call afterwards,
like, just like,
I watched that.
It's like just like you get on there, just like I just killed my wife. Y'all better come.
And all 5 of them
kill me. Yeah, just like I killed them all.
Yeah, that was the guy who killed his kids and shit. But some people go in there and try and lie.
Yeah.
Just like, something happened. Yeah. But they end up finding out that was real.
But that one that guy calls, he's like, yeah, killed them all. It's just like, shit.
One of the real crazy ones is there's one that was on that same one we were talking about where a lady gets caught. A guy has a shotty and he calls up and he's like, there's a guy jiggling my back door right now. He's like, I thought I heard him try to come through the front. It's locked. He went to my back door and he's jiggling it. And he's like, got his shot. He's like, if this motherfucker comes to the store, I'm going to kill him. And they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just, protect yourself, but don't do that. And the guys are just the door. And then, he says it. And then he's like, get the fuck out of here or some shit like that. And they keep trying to get in, bro. And like they end up opening the door, bro. And he shot him, dog. Shot him right in the chest. He's like, and then like he went from hard, and then he went from hard to emotional, bro. He like got sad. He was like, you heard it. You heard me. I didn't want to do it. Might have been like younger kids or something. Yeah, when I was a kid, bro, that happened. I was real close when I lived on Brown Ave, right there on Halliburton Ave, the liquor store by Jimmy Seafood.
Yeah.
I lived right there in the corner house. And when I was a fucking real young kid, probably like 7, 8 years old, my mom was real close to the liquor store owner, Mo. And 2 young ass kids came in there, bro. One had a shotty and one had a pistol. They were like 14 and 13 to rob him. And I can't remember if he gave them the money or if he didn't get the money, but they were as they were going to leave, he fucking pulled his gun, bro, and shot the fucking one with the shotgun right in his neck, and killed him, And like I remember he was like fucked up, bro, off of that shit. Like that shit fucked him up. But everybody in the neighborhood kind of banded with him, like, you were in fear of your life, nobody's blaming you, but it's like he's like, fucking.
I just think, man, I'm sorry. You bring the danger
kid,
to me.
It's hard when it's a kid.
Always, man.
Because you're like, you don't even know what you're doing, dude.
Yep.
You see a 30-year-old man, you're like, goodbye.
Yeah.
worst mistake you ever made. But 13, bro, young, not even 16.
100%, man.
You know what I mean? 13, where you're just like, bro, that guy's bigger than you.
I mean, you're scared for your life. You see guns, man. Both of them got guns. It's just, man, it's different, man. You know, like it's like you can understand. Fuck them up. You know,
some just
but you did nothing wrong.
different shit, man. So you're just.
Did nothing wrong. You know.
I remember from a young age, man. I remember. I'm gonna tell you a story, bro. I learned a heavy lesson. It was that same exact house. As you can see, I learned a lot on that block at this age.
Yeah.
My best friend was Jimmy, who was actually related to Jimmy Seafood.
Mm-hmm.
And there was generations of them. They're all named Jimmy.
Yeah.
But so he was, I think, 2 years older than me. And at this point, I lived on the other side, so I'm probably like 9 years old, and he's like 11. It's crazy thinking about this, bro. I really ain't thought about this in a long time, bro. But I remember, like I was always over his house, and he lived right on the corner house of Brown Ave. And I remember like the days before, man, his dad would always be on the phone arguing like with someone. And Jimmy would always say it was his girlfriend, but like we didn't really know. Like, and he was always arguing. Like, his dad was always mad, always arguing. That's what I remember, at least. And bro, one day, bro, I come walking down to Jimmy's house, dude, and his whole family's out front screaming, bro. And at this point, the whole block's outside. And in his front swing, bro, on his front swing set, his dad hung himself, dude, and was hanging there, bro, in front of the entire block, bro, right on the corner house, dog, from his own kid's swing set, bro. It was, I still can't make no damn sense of it. To this day, bro, I do not know why he did that, bro.
Like, you seen him?
And I seen him, and I seen his son, bro. That's the only thing I remember. Like, I remember seeing him up there, yo, but from the moment that I seen him, I looked right at Jimmy, yo, and I remember Jimmy just broken, bro. Just broken on the ground, just crying so bad, bro. Like, for some reason, like, he made it a spectacle, bro. Like, he just did it right there on the front lawn like that, dude.
A bunch of row homes right there.
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. But like where his swing set was, like everybody on the block could see his swing set. It was like he was like the bottom corner house. So like everybody could see right there. And he was right there, bro. And I have no idea why he did that, bro.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
weird motives, and it's
bro. I've seen some crazy shit like that. I've had some crazy shit happen.
I've never seen shit like that, man. You know?
Bro, when I was younger than that, when I lived down Hollandtown, I'm probably 6 years old. Very little, bro. My best friend was a kid named Stewart. I lived on Mount Pleasant. He lived above Mount Pleasant Inn, which was the bar on the corner. And we used to go outside all the time and play and shit. And I'd be out there with my other friend Apache. It's crazy thinking about all these memories, but I just don't think about them much now. It's crazy going back through them.
Yeah.
And my best friend Apache and Stewart, and he always liked to be in he liked to be in the house too. Like he didn't always come out as much as Stewart did. Me and Apache would always be out. And he was in there and he was playing. And like I remember one day we're playing, and like you just see all of these fucking cops pull up, bro. Ambulances, fire truck show, like the most I've ever seen in my life pull up to one thing, like 8-10 cop cars, 2 fire trucks, 2 ambos, like all at once, just pulling up to the front door of his house. You had to go through this door and then go up to the top of the bar. And like at this point, like they've got the whole half of the street blocked off. So like we really can't even see what's going on.
Right.
But like next thing you know, like there's a chopper over top, bro. And we just see him coming out on the stretcher, dude. And we're like, what the fuck? Like out of nowhere, nobody even knew what was going on. They put him in the ambo. They drove him. I think they were driving him, and he was dying. So they ended up having to land the helicopter somewhere, and they threw him in the back of the helicopter. And they flew him to Bayview or whatever hospital it was, and started surgery right on him, bro. So the crazy thing is that what I'm about to tell you is this kid lived. And this is the only reason I know what happened is because I seen him again and he told me, bro. And now imagine your best friend telling you this, bro. Not just saying best friend, but any kid telling you that this is what happened, right? So he was inside. He had Nintendo 64 at his house. He was playing Nintendo 64 at his house. He said he was playing the game and his mom, bro, was real fucked up, like crazy, bro. And she was the only one home. And she came upstairs, dude. This shit still is crazy, bro. She came upstairs and she said, Stuart, do you want anything to eat? And he said, yeah, Mom, I'll take a sandwich. She went downstairs, bro. And when she came up, he said he looked back and she was literally in the door with a knife in her hand, bro. She took a step through the door. She shut the door behind her and screwed at the bed in front of the door. And then she came over. He's the same age as me, 1 year older. So he'd have been like 7. Came over, bro, and mounted him, dude, and stabbed him 26 times at his chest and back, Steve. 26 times, bro. She stabbed a 7-year-old in the mount position, dude. And he lived. Yo, he showed. It's crazy because I never knew what happened to him.
Yeah.
Because by the time that
When did you find out?
This is dude. So at that time, he never came back to there
Yeah.
because even afterwards, he couldn't come. That was his mom's house. So he never came back, period. So this is years later. I'm hanging out with Rick, and he's like, bro, I'm going to go meet up with my boy. And we go to meet up with this guy in the alley, and it's fucking Stuart. I know it right away. So at this point, I'm like 12 or 13. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Is that you? And he's like, Mike. And it's like, it was crazy, dude. And like, he told me what happened, bro. And he'd lift up his shirt, dude. Fucking scar after scar after scar after scar after scar after. When he plays basketball or take his shirt off, scar, scar, scar. He was so fucked up, bro. We ended up getting a little bit cool, but he was fucked up. Like, you could tell, bro. In his head, he was fucked up. Like,
yeah, man. That's another level.
That shit still gives me creeps, bro, thinking about that. Yeah. When he told me that story, I was just like, well, because I knew his mom. And like we all knew his mom was a little crazy, like schizophrenic type of crazy, but like she would always like still be okay.
Right.
Like she wasn't like she was mean or nothing like
had like
that.
a Nintendo and stuff.
It was, and when he told me that, I always think about that. Like, she came up and like asked him if he wanted something at first, and then like that shit was when he told me she put that bed in front of the door, I just always think about being 7 years old, bro. And like, it don't even matter that it's a woman, it's somebody way bigger than you. And they mount you, bro, and stab you. I'm guessing the knife probably wasn't that big. The knife must have been a little knife for it to get stabbed that many times.
Yeah, somehow he just, either way, he somehow made it 27. I mean, 27 times with a dull knife.
26,
26, 3-inch knife, 1-inch knife, whatever. That's a lot.
And they flew his ass. Good job by them getting his ass there in time to get the surgery
and
done.
saving his life, and then for him to live and see you later.
Shit was yes, bro. That shit was mind-boggling.
By far the most insane story that you've ever told me.
Yeah, bro. I'm doing something next to some crazy shit.
I've never seen some. I mean, like, I don't even have it in my memory. Maybe that's my brain coping with it. I mean, I had no idea. The reason I originally moved from Curly was because as a kid, being like, I think like 2 or 3, seeing a kid get shot off a bike and then recreating that, I was recreating, I was like, oh, I got shot and fall off my bike, playfully and stuff,
That's so funny how that
that's
works
why.
Like that. But you don't remember
I don't remember seeing it now.
I got you.
Yeah, not at all.
They said when you were out front playing, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. That was for the reason for us moving.
You always wonder about that shit, ain't it? And that changed your whole life right there. It's crazy.
Yeah, where I've been,
like my little nephew, he seen my mom's boyfriend. He found him dead. Which is like, I guess the best way.
Yeah.
But he was the first one that found him on the couch dead, basically. Not, not answer, not doing nothing. So I always just wonder, like, it wasn't, I guess, like, it's just still weird for a kid that young to be dealing with death like that. Human death. Like, I always wonder if that's gonna fuck with him a little bit, Yeah,
it's always a tough one to manage, you know what I'm saying? Because like no one knows how anyone's gonna react.
The good thing is that he wasn't a real family, and he was well hated. So it's like there's a lot of things that
always sucks finding it though. You know what I'm saying? It always
sucks.
It always sucks, man. It's always something imprint, and some people won't mess with it at all. Not at all. And others, may fuck them up for the rest of their life.
Yeah, isn't that weird how like some people could like there's people out there like their wife could wake up to their wife have a heart attack in the bed and be able to sleep in it that night.
Yeah, right.
Like I could never, bro.
Exactly.
But think about it, probably every house has had someone die in it. I mean, if a house been around 50 years, it probably had someone die in it.
That's just something I deal with. But you also don't want to deal with any bad energy deaths, like a murder in your house or something.
It's so weird to me that people act like ghost and energy, whatever you want to call it, only exist indoors. Like people die right in your street too, bro. It could have been a bad energy, and it can't come right here.
But it's different when you lay your head.
It can't come right through the door.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is like
if there's energy, it's fucking like this. You know what I mean? It ain't right here,
But something too about it being right there too. Someone just gets shot on your fucking, floor of your basement. You feel a little different about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like out front in the street, you're just like, it sucks that I live right here, but wasn't in my basement. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different level right there. Now it's happened in my basement. If you know about
the
heart of the bad energy is there in the basement. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't know, you don't know. Somebody could have died right here.
Well, it's funny because like you always you tell me or something, I'd be like, there's always something off about that basement.
Always right.
I had a feeling. Bad vibes.
I swear to God, my mom was the worst at that throughout my entire life, bro. Anything that has ever happened at all, my mom would always be like, I had a feeling. I was like, she was always that person of like, I was going to do it, or I knew not to do that. Like, oh, the number come out and be like, I was going to play 1028. Like, she was always like that, bro. And I was always just thinking like, well, if you're always a step behind, then just, then you got to be a step forward now. Like, why can't you just start being a step forward?
Yeah.
Like, I was having the convo with Kay the other day where I was like, I always get her to guess things and try like, I'll say, if you guess it right, I'll give you something. Right. So like, I'm like, I always like with my change, I'm like, you get it within 50 cents. And I'll give you a 2-minute back rub or something like that, and see if she can get it. And she'll always guess it wrong. And then she'll keep guessing and like, I'll be like, yeah, you would have won it. And she'll be like, I was going to say that. It's like, well, next time, think about what you want to say. Don't say it. Think about what you were going to say. That's it. Because this always happens.
That's why you'll always be right.
You always know your second answer is the right one.
Exactly. But it's funny because like in school, like they always say, like, stick with your first gut instinct. Just stick with it. It's just like, maybe
that's before I actually did the math. I didn't do the math when my gut instinct came. It says 9154 popped in my head.
I said, well, last time you asked me,
it wasn't even an answer.
Last time you asked me, it was around $50. So yeah, it's been a couple months. I'm gonna say it's like 55 now or something, something like that.
She's the worst. That's why I'm pretty much at this point just trolling her because she could never remember the last number she guessed. But if she just did, she probably would always get a back rub. So I'm always like, you're all. And she'd be like, what's the last number I guessed? I'm like, well, if I tell you that, then you can probably guess I'm putting about 80 cents in.
You end up giving it back up anyway, though.
Yeah. You get got anyway. Oh, first time in my life that I was able to save up some change. I feel good about, man. Saved up $100 in change.
I've always cashed mine in too early.
Me too, bro.
The most I've ever gotten was like $50.
Yep. And this time I was like, I'm getting $100, and I'll restart or I'll keep going, whatever. Yeah. But I'm saving up $100.
I remember. I was always jealous of Q's change jar.
He
just work with coins and dollars and shit in there.
Oh yeah, that had
like, bro. That's like, oh, this dude got a couple $100 right here.
Yeah,
like, crazy. This is crazy.
That's a good idea.
It was,
I used to have
like I said, I cashed in too early, man.
I used to have a friend who kept just a dollar box. He would throw all his dollars in there. I'm like, well, I don't think I got it like that, but I like the idea. Yeah. It's like whenever he needed to go in there, it'd be like, $280 or something like that in once.
I remember my first job. Like, I remember like the way it worked out was like I would always have like tip money cashed out at the end of the night. So I'd always walk away with some pocket change. It was like I was like 16. You know what I'm saying? And then like I would get a basic paycheck for for the whole week or 2 weeks. It'd be like $80. I worked there for like 4 or 6 weeks. So I saved all those checks and just always would spend the tip money.
Gotcha.
And that's how I had the dirt bike money. I was like, I had like $1,200 real quick. I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
That feels good too, don't it?
Yeah. I was just like, man, I wish I could keep those like same good, practices as I did then, but I had no expenses then, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy.
Right.
I
had the same. I mean, I had some expenses, but I was able to save some money. Same thing one time, and just had like three. I had 3 checks, but they paid me separately for my overtime and then my regular check.
Yeah.
So that I just didn't cash the OT checks. I felt the same way at the end. It's like you feel a little different when you got that under you. You know?
Yeah.
Financial security does feel good.
It does feel good, man. You don't got to worry about shit. You know, so you're going in, you're just like, I can do whatever I want in the meal.
It sucks when you're thinking about all the things you want to buy with that, and then something does come up where you then have to spend it on that.
Yeah.
Like that sucked.
One thing that happened to me, I was like, I had to do that. I was like, man, I gotta fix my brakes though. It's like shit. It's like, you know, it's like, come on, man, I gotta do car work. You know,
you might want to do it before the trip.
My shit's all good now. Yeah,
okay.
I already did it. I already did it. I already did. That's why I'm not short $400 bucks. Because I'm short $400 bucks. You know what I'm saying,
bro? You know what sucks? So, Kay got into an accident and she goes to the hospital afterwards, right? And they diagnosed her with a concussion. So she gets that's all they did though was run some CAT scans and spinal scan and 3 scans. She gets the bill, $778 for 3 scans, bro. Like $229 a piece, bro. Isn't that crazy,
ridiculous,
dude?
Man.
For them just to use this machine one time to check if someone's okay, they're just bill someone. Now it costs $250 to use this machine.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot to you? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was a lot.
It's just that's why it's cost a machine. That's what you needed. That's what you needed. So that's the cost. I was like, you're terrible. You guys are terrible.
Makes you think like, man, there's no reason you should. I just got into a car accident. Last thing I need is a car bill. I mean, a medical bill, you know?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, $700 is a lot. It's a lot of fucking money, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, man. Like, like when I got my tooth fixed, you know, it's like thousands of dollars. I'm like, what is this?
Bro, I'm still paying off my teeth.
What is this?
Thousands of dollars, bro.
Like, come on. I'm sorry, but come on. Like, what?
And you guys created all this shit that broke my teeth. You know, it's like
you shoved it down my throat. And you shoved it down my fucking throat. You guys are bullshit.
It's sickening to think about how I used to eat and drink, man. Like, it's sickening. Sometimes I just think about how, like, I used to be like, I'd come in from a day of bowling and start chugging on 2-liter Mountain Dew. And I thought that was hydrating.
And a bunch of chips. Well, it tasted good.
It tastes good.
It came in, you were just like, and you needed sugar, so that also felt good.
Yeah, it does.
You know, you were just like,
but like, think about how thick it is. It's so thick.
Bro, I can't do that, bro.
No, I don't even. That's what I don't do.
I have trouble doing like Gatorade at times. You know, I gotta go water first and then do some Gatorade. You know, always gotta get water first.
I ain't drank Mountain Dew in like fucking 5 years or something like that.
Hell no, bro.
But the only soda I will do is the root beer, man. Yeah. I have tried some sodas though. Well, I mean, I tried that cream soda, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
that shit was good, bro.
It is
that
good,
shit
man.
was very good.
I mean, I always like Dr. Pepper, and I like soda. You know, so I
treat it like a luxury.
Yep, exactly.
You know, it's like everything.
Exactly,
you know?
Man.
Everything in moderation. Including moderation.
What I try and do, I just try not even get one. I just like sip on, braise a little bit. You know?
That's what I like doing when I'm out with Kay. We just get one soda split and one water.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, all right, I don't feel so bad. Even
if
I get
we can both get water. This is free, so you know, it's like get your own water. Because I chug water. You know, that's like one thing. I drink a lot of water.
I do not drink water in places like that because I know it's coming from the sink, and I don't drink my own sink water.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. I feel you on that.
But then I was sitting there the other day. I'm like, dumbass, you use ice cubes from your sink. So you always got a little bit in there.
Yeah, man, you dilute it though. That's what.
Yeah, you dilute it.
You do good right there, man. Thanks, you're doing all right. Exactly.
But you know what I was also thinking about though? I'm like, it's not like I boil my spaghetti in fucking bottled water or something.
No, yeah, you boil in that shit.
You know what I mean? Just every bit of water you boil.
Yes, I mean, like you don't drink it, but I mean, like it's in that pasta.
It's in you.
There, man.
It's calcifying your pineal gland.
Yeah, how do you decalcify it? Is that the next episode? Decalcifying your pineal gland. Stay tuned.
Pineal gland's a different discussion. I say, just keep jerking your McGurkin, bro. Just keep getting that out of you. That pineal gland just declassify on its own, man. 5 to 6 times a day, no rookie numbers.
You might decalcify something. You know,
we had to get back in the flow of things, people. We'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. We appreciate it. Love you all. Another great cast.
Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night.